Every time the roar makes me jump. Hello, welcome. I don't know why. It's my favorite. Just the first one. The second one doesn't make me jump anymore. But the first one, like, what is happening? What is
Am I being attacked by a lion?
Especially because there's a noise like right at the beginning that sounds like Olive. So I guess I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We are here. What matters is we are here at Feral Ladies with yet again one of our very favorite people in the whole world, Shami. So we'll let her introduce herself in a second. But mostly we're just going to geek out about how much we love her. And we'll probably talk about books and some other things. I don't know. But I will tell you my one disappointment with Shami right off the bat is she doesn't do the old style, like 1930s transatlantic accent. And I feel like it would fit the vibe really well. And I'm a little sad. So if somebody out there is good at it, please send us a tutorial. Thank you, the end. Okay, Shami, would you like to introduce yourself in not that cool accent, but your own awesome voice?
I'm sorry for all my inadequacies, you know.
It's my one complaint.
Clearly.
No other
cool. I can do it. Well, obviously I'm Shami Stovall, Shami like the car cloth. I write science fiction and fantasy and lit RPG and I have fun doing it.
Yeah. And your books are super fun.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully. I like to describe myself as a merchant of entertainment. That's what I want, is it to be entertaining.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Good. I have, I think, the three ladies, other than myself on this call, constitute probably 98.7% of the recommendations that I have given over the last 2 years are
Heck yeah.
books. So, and the other 0.3 are your husbands.
Okay. Heck yeah.
So you're welcome.
Yeah, John's a great author.
That's awesome. I was like, that's husband possessive, friends, not husband plural.
Plural.
Yeah.
Shami's husband, I think, is out of all of ours the only one that writes.
Yeah.
Professionally or whatever.
Yeah. And also, Card Enforcer is really fun.
It is really fun. Yeah. It was my entree into lit RPG in many ways, actually. And I'm so grateful that John let me play in his backyard. And I'm also really grateful because Shami gave me this really cool cup.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shami is awesome. Like I feel like we had talked at some point, at least enough that it was like, yeah, you want to come stay with me for LibertyCon? But like, I know I was like, oh no, she might hate me. I am a lot, and she seems real chill. And Shami is in fact real chill, but also delightful. So that it worked out. It worked out great.
Yep. If I was any calmer, I'd be a corpse type of thing.
I mean, yeah, that would be less fun to room with, I think. So
yeah.
You really just hit that good line of like, end at Bernie's, but it's still a good time.
The corpse can puppet itself, like
the
reverse weekend at Bernie's. Yeah. But no, I usually tell people I'm pretty chillaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You do have a very chill vibe, which is great, right? Like it's fun to like. All right, so maybe I'm a little bit of a mean girl. Actually, I'm kind of a lot of a mean girl. You guys probably know this, but one of my favorite things to do is to be somewhere with Shami and then like watch some drama go down and then look at Shami to watch Shami observing said drama because she's like,
that's a thing.
All right, well that happened.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. It's highly amusing to me to watch Shami watching other people's drama.
Well, people lead interesting lives. Some of people watch her. That's how you get to become an author, right?
I was going to ask, like, do some of those things then ultimately get changed? And
gonna write this down.
Note.
No one's ever gonna believe this was real.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
I remember standing next to Shami during one of those drama type events, and I would just like, I wish I had popcorn just so I could pass it to her.
Pass it to
Back and forth, like,
Nice. Dear internet
Yeah.
friends, I'm going to have many follow-up questions after this call of what this drama was. So you know,
Right.
we won't put it on the internet. But just imagine in the future that there's lots of popcorn apparently happening, which I love this journey for us.
I mean, I can tell you about one of my favorite pieces of drama that I got to observe with Shami by my side.
yeah.
Last year we were at Lit RPG Con together, and there was a hotel fire in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and so they evacuated the hotel, and Shami had already gone to bed. She and her husband had both already gone to bed, and we tried a million different ways to get a hold of them to be like, hey guys, get the hell out of the hotel.
Fire.
Yeah.
Not a suggestion, actual fire.
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah.
Mhm.
I know it's late and I know you're tired, but you got someplace to be and it's not where you are. And so we got a hold of them and everything was fine. Nobody was hurt. The hotel did a great job. Fire department did a great job, but we were understandably outside for like a long time, and it was just getting later and later and later, and I knew I was exhausted, and I knew Shami was exhausted because she was a featured guest at the con. She had a bunch of other stuff going on, and I was like,
pregnant.
I was like,
okay, I didn't know if you wanted me to release that, but
Yeah, I was pregnant at the time.
building a human being with her body at the time, and I was just like, man, you are so cool, because you were like, she's like, well, we'll just hang out.
This is life now.
In the morning, and they let us back in. I was like, and the whole time her attitude was very much like, well, that happened. So yeah, that was it was, of all the people to go through that experience with, Shami, I'm glad I got to go through it with you.
I'm glad I could be there to be a chill cornerstone too.
Yeah.
I'm not in the fire. Everything's okay. I guess I'm just gonna stand around and bullshit.
That's right. We'll hang out in this parking lot in Denver for a while.
Yep.
And at least it was July in Denver. I mean,
right.
so
Yeah.
could have been
Very different than January in Denver.
Correct.
That's true.
Could have been a little worse. Yeah.
So, and again, this should not be taken as criticism of either Lit RPG Con or the hotel or the
No, it was
Denver
all
Fire
handled
Department.
incredibly well.
Yeah, everybody did everything they were supposed to do. It was just like, it was one of those like,
At the end of the day, the hotel is on fire. Like, there is a fire in a building. There's only so much you can do at that point to handle it, which it was handled. So
yeah. So anyway, that's my Shami drama story right there.
I love it. That's fantastic.
It's not her drama. Shami observing drama story.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't normally create a lot of drama. I mean, a little too chill for that.
Which is lovely. We saved the drama for the books, of which Shami has several series that are amazing. I think so far I have been able to get into, well, we'll get into all of it, but I have been able to read so far Time Marked Warlock and at least the first Frith book. I think I have the second one. And there's another one. Oh, there was one that you co-wrote about with the tournament.
Oh, okay.
Tournament.
That name is right out of my head. And I really liked that one too. My brain, friends, you are watching
Crown
this.
Tournament.
Yes. You are watching this in July. We are recording this on the very first day of March. And my brain has not yet caught up to me. My brain is still somewhere in February. So I might not remember titles, but I do remember all of these series are so much fun and like wildly different from each other.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Because sometimes authors have series and they're kind of similar, and that's amazing because that's what you want. Like, you just want to keep going. But Shami's like, JK, you want something completely different? My brain's got you. And that it's super fun. So
yeah.
Good.
Where does that range come from, you think, Shami?
I don't know, video games. Or just reading other books, frankly. I've read a ton. A little bit less since I become like a full-time author. But I still try to get into lots of books, or at least start books and see if I like them, type of thing.
Fair, yeah.
But yeah, I guess I've just my entire life been immersed in some sort of like fantasy world or sci-fi world. Playing a ton of video games, reading a ton of books, that kind of thing. Just I have a lot of things that make me happy.
Nice.
So then I want to write stories in all of them, right? Like I want to write my own urban fantasy, and I want to write my own space opera, and I want to write my own fantasy series, and so that's why I play author on hard mode, because I don't just stick to a genre. If I had just done the Stephen King things of, write a bajillion horror novels so that I get one huge, massive horror novel following, probably would have been better. But I just keep thinking to myself, like, whoa, this is a fun story, I should write that. Or, oh, this is a different fun story, I should write that. Like that kind of thing.
That's awesome. Sorry, real quick, because I'm going to forget it again. I was trying to remember the first book I read by Shami, and it was because I met her on a panel on the sci-fi track of Dragon Con. And I think it was your space opera. And I bought it that day because of the way you described the arc of the main character, which I don't know that we're spoiling it. I know it's been out a while, but she said that, and I was like, I need to see that, because that sounds amazing. And I read it, and I was like, damn it, she can pull it off amazingly too. Like, so that was the first thing I read. That was the first way I knew, and I was like, this girl got range and depth.
Yeah, I do love my space opera. It's one of my favorites.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay, I'll chill. Sorry, yes, Kacey, you had your hand
up. Well, yeah, but now I forgot. Oh, I know what it was.
Okay, great.
You said I would like to correct you, Shami. You said it would be better if you had just stuck to one genre, and I reject your reality and insert my own.
Yes, no one here agrees with that. Yeah.
Because number one, we're all also genre fluid, which means we also consume media in multiple genres. And I have read your your urban fantasy series. I have read parts of some other projects in different. I'm trying not to be spoilery. I know. I've read across your range, and you're exactly like Marisa said. You have both range and depth. You're very good at all of them, and I'm very excited that I get to go and read your work that I enjoy in all these different genres that I also really enjoy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I hope that is something that we can continue to look forward to. So.
Yeah, 100% agree, because the first thing I read from Shami was Nightmare Arcanist, and confession, I was never a huge Pokemon fan, but I was a Digimon fan because the kids I was babysitting were obsessed. I'm like, this is pretty good. I actually kind of like this. So getting to read that and jumping from that to Time Mark Warlock with urban fantasy, I'm like, yes, this is amazing. Grumpy Sunshine dynamics for the win. And the one that you just released from Athon, I read that one too. It was really
Words of Power.
Words of Power. Yeah. Progression fantasy.
Oh my God. You have range.
So good.
Yeah.
And you do one of my favorite things in that book, where you truly there are people out there who talk about subverting tropes all the time, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I was inverted.
They do it wrong. You, on the other hand, do it right, because one of the things I love so much about Words of Power is the way that you take things that are traditionally, associated with evil, like spiders, and make them not that. You make them something else that is very cool. And yeah, no, that's a great series. I love the Rings of Power or Words of Power series. So
that's good. That's good. Yeah, I like that one a lot. It's one of my favorites. I had a lot of fun with it. I do like, the magic set. I do like that the darkness is something that people are praying to, and that there's a ton of spiders. There were a couple reviews where people were like, "Ugh, spiders, ew." I can't believe she describes spiders so much, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's funny. I also wrote a book with a spider as a main character one time with Mark Vondry, and we had a couple of those same reviews. It was like, God damn it, Kacey, why are you going to make me love a spider? I
love that. Like, why am I so into the spider? No, that is great. We joke about, I don't know, there was like a whole con we went to once that talked a lot about everyone being like, oh, I subvert tropes, and I like to take this trope
We
and
made it a
subvert it.
game.
Yeah, it was like one, it was like a whole drinking game, even though none of us were drinking. But
Right.
then two, it was like, I'll drink more caffeine to this.
That's right.
But like all I can ever hear is freaking Tom Cruise and Top Gun being like, well, I was inverted. And so just like, were you inverting the trope, sir? Were you inverted? Do you need to buzz the tower?
See, I guess I feel the same way you guys do. I feel like people, when they say they're subverting a trope, what they're actually saying is that they hate the trope.
Yeah.
And that they're just going to punch it in the crotch a few times because anybody who likes the trope, you sad
like,
sack. How dare you like that? Yeah. How dare you like this trope? I've subverted it. So, now you plebes can see how it's supposed to be done. And that's not everybody, but that does seem to be a good majority of people who are like, I've subverted it. I've subverted the trope. And so sometimes I take it as a warning, like, oh, if I liked that trope, I should probably stay away from this because they aren't doing that. I feel like a true fun subversion are the people who love the trope so much they just want to see it done from like every angle, and so then they try the angles differently, if that makes any sense.
100% fully agree.
So you're a little surprised, but at the same time you're like, oh, this is fun,
right?
I loved plain cookies, but now that you've put chocolate chunks into them, I love this even more, like that kind of thing. Like, oh shit,
now I also want cookies.
Baking after this podcast, lady, I will be baking. This is amazing.
But that kind of thing, I like that kind of subversion, quote unquote, is the is people who super duper love the genre. Have you guys ever read Invincible or watched the show Invincible? The
I've seen clips. My husband's watched it.
Okay. So I don't know the guy who wrote Invincible. All I do know is that guy loves superhero comics because when he does trope subversion, I'm like, oh, it's just because this guy has seen so many comics. This guy's seen it all, And now he just wants something different. I could tell. I guess if you don't mind if I spoil something for you. No. Okay.
Block your ears if you're scared to be spoiled, internet.
Well, I feel like
I'll do this when they're ready.
If you like superheroes, you probably already read Invincible or seen the show, so I'm probably not spoiling it for anybody who cares. But I super like superheroes in general. And Invincible starts off with like the Justice League, their equivalent of the Justice League. And I guess in case you guys aren't aware, it's when most of the top heroes are together in a team to save like the world from world-ending events, right?
Top tier threat.
Superman is in the Justice League, for example, like that kind of thing. So in Invincible, they have their own version of the Justice League, and they have their own version of Superman, Omni-Man, right? And in the very first episode of the show, Justice League is doing their justicing, and then Omni-Man kills them all in secret. Well, he murders every single one of them, and so the rest of the first season is like a mystery, solving a mystery. They're trying to catch Omni-Man because he murdered all the other ones. Why did he do that? Like that kind of thing. That's clearly a subversion because in most superhero comics, superheroes don't usually die, or if they do, it's because we're in some sort of alternate dimension or a time loop or something like that. Technically, superheroes die, but it's always in this like what if scenario. Or this is the main. This is the main plot of Invincible. So it's a really fun subversion for like the superhero genre, but at the same time I can tell the guy doesn't hate superheroes because everybody and their mother is a superhero. Omni-Man goes through his own redemption arc. He's a superhero again. Even though he murdered the Justice League, he's like the Vegeta of the freaking show, like that kind of thing. So you can tell this guy, even though he subverted tropes, totally 100% loves superheroes. So that's the kind of subversion I'm into.
I love that. It's like love, like it's out of love, not not entitlement. What's the word? Elitism. Like I'm too smart for this trope, and you should be too. Because like I have also written plenty of things out of spite, right? Because like I've gotten tired of seeing something. Like I genuinely have gotten really tired of. It's less powerful now because I wrote a story about it, but of the whole like death's too good for you. You need to live and think about what you did. And like, you know what? Fuck that noise. Like, no, you don't. You don't. Like sometimes in my fiction, sometimes death is the answer. And so I wrote a story where the villain started monologuing and the rookie was like, well, we're gonna take you in and you're gonna think about what you did, and then suddenly the villain is dead because he's been shot in the head, and the old guy's like, it doesn't matter to me that he suffers, it matters to me that he ends. And like, that's not really a subversion of a trope, it's just I'm so tired, so I wrote that one out of spite. But it's like love and spite. Like sometimes if you write things out of love, amazing, it's going to be great. Sometimes if you write them out of spite, it's probably going to work. But if you're writing it because you're too smart for the trope,
yeah,
good day.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a now this is potentially controversial, so come at me if you
Oh,
want to.
so spicy.
I know, I'm
I
ready.
know.
Brace
A potential hot take here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think that there is a question, or at least an element of respect for the people who enjoy the tropes, right? You can subvert a trope and still be respectful to the audience that enjoys the trope. You can also try to subvert a trope and end up completely pissing off that audience.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's a thing that like it's maybe that's your goal, but if that's your goal, then make sure you're doing it intentionally, you know,
And do it well.
oh yeah.
and do it well, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think most of the time I see this where I know it's gonna end poorly for them is in the romance genre.
Yeah.
A lot of people come into the romance genre and they're like,
I'll show these people.
yeah, those dumb broads like in all these tropes. They don't even know good tropes. I know all the good things. I'm going to show them. I'm such a good writer. I'm going to write something that's going to blow their mind, and they'll finally know real literature. They'll swirl their wine so hard they hit themselves in the face with their glass. You know, like that kind of thing. Like,
yeah, fuck those people.
and then it never works out. I've never seen any one of these people ever do well at all because they don't think they understand what people are here for, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Because when you go into it with that attitude that Marisa was talking about of like, oh well, I clearly know better than
I'm
you.
smarter than all of you.
Yeah. Then it's you're missing the entire point of why people read the things, you know? Because I fully agree with you. I've heard people be like, oh well, this is a romance, but it doesn't have a happy ever after ending.
Then it's not a romance.
Then it's not a fucking romance.
Jesus.
It's not. All you're gonna, or this is a why choose, but in the end she ends up with one guy instead of all three.
Yeah.
No, it's not a why choose, and all you're gonna do by labeling it that way is piss off everybody that you're trying to sell your book to, and none of them are gonna buy your book or any of your other books ever again because those ladies remember. Your name goes on a list. And
gender agnostic. Yeah, gender agnostic.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Melissa, you looked like you had something. You were clapping evilly a minute ago.
I was. It's fine. They already
When she claps evilly. Yeah.
Like, okay, so you can 100% do I've inverted.
Right.
But you have to actually understand the genre because like with the lack of a happily ever after in HEA, like doing that means that you don't understand which tropes are truly important. Like there's only one bed. Is that really like a like pillar? No, and that can be fun to play with. But if you mess with one of the pillar tropes of a genre, you have in effect pissed off that entire audience. And when it comes to romance or romantasy readers, y'all, we talk. We talk and we talk and we talk if we do not like what you did because we can tell when you did it because you look down on romance.
Right.
Oh, an author. So again, you're watching this in July. We recorded this in the far wilds of 2026, where at some point in late February, some aspiring author decided to be bold, we'll say, on I don't know. I saw it on Instagram, but it was, I think, on Threads or God knows. Who knows? It was
Some
on
sort of
Bumble
social
about
media.
people and Booble. Yeah, it was somewhere about something. But this individual was like, well, all I've read are cringe romantasies. And so they're terrible. And I like, are there even any good ones? Go ahead and recommend them in the comments. In the meantime, I'm writing my own that will change the, you know what, friends? If you don't like the genre, don't write in it. The genre. It's not for you.
Yeah.
There's plenty of them. Write in things that you love. Like Shami said, like it is, you can do different things. You can broaden your own imaginations, and then therefore maybe your readers, maybe if it's in a place you love and you're telling a new fun story, like Don't write
Yeah.
something you hate, and you hate those readers. Like, why?
And you
don't
publicly
deserve their money.
stated that you hate those readers and think they're stupid.
And then was
Yeah.
so surprised about the backlash. I was like, person,
fallout,
person,
Yeah.
person.
Well, and that's a really good point too. Like creation as an act, you know, whatever type of art you're creating, you can 100% create out of spite, like Marisa said, but there also has to be an element of love there. Otherwise it's not going to do what you want it to do, right? Yeah. In the example that you gave, Risa, about you know, I'm so tired of this trope of, you know, the bad guy has to live and think about what they've done. The reason it made you spiteful is because you like those types of adventure stories where the bad guy gets his comeuppance or her comeuppance at the end, right?
Or because the characters are so great. Like, you've done such a good job telling me this story. These characters are so great. And now you're having them betray their fundamental things because this bad guy is going to escape and kill 3 more million people. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. So yeah, so your spite-inspired creation came from ultimately a place of love, a place of like, this is something that means something to me, and that's what gives it its life. You know what I mean?
Melissa.
Yeah. So I love that story of Marisa's because every single time it makes me think of how, like, because I watch all the cartoons with my kids, right, and I've seen that shift in real time of we're gonna try and like give this bad guy a redemption arc, or just we're gonna kill all of his henchmen, and then at the final moment we're not. And
we're too good to kill the villain. Yeah.
Right? I'm like, but henchman Bob, he had children, and like the recital and I always flash back to The Princess Bride. When Inigo finally faces off against the 6-figure man, and he's like, the dude's like, you know, Count Rogan, anything, ask me anything, I'll give it to you. I want my father back.
I want money. Yeah.
Right? Like, there is no like grace or redemption. It's like, you're bye.
Yeah. And there is that internet meme of like, but we need both these stories. And I think that's the thing, right? It's just there were too many of those. Like, we need both the stories of like revenge can't heal me, so it's not worth it. Or like, you've cost me everything, you won't cost me this final thing. Powerful story. Also, you've cost me everything, so there's nothing that can save you. Like, we need both of those stories. Like, I love those. And I think that is like a thing, to bring it back to Shami and her awesomeness. I think she does amazingly well, both in the books and when talking about the books, is I love these stories and I wanted it to do X. Like, I love Pokemon, but I wanted it to be adult. I love this thing, but I wanted it to be like I love time travel stories, but I wanted to do this thing. And like, I guess. And I love that, because then I can, like, as just a reader, I'm sitting there going, I also love those stories. That also sounds really fun. I should read this right now. You know, like that. That is way better way to get readers in than I fucking hate these stories and I'll show you how they're supposed to look. Like,
well, that's why I always make the cookie analogy. If you're eating a cookie and you're like, man, this is good, but it would be better if there were chocolate chunks in it. And then you add chocolate chunks and you're like, yeah, I like this. It's different than the mentality of you're eating a cookie and you're like, it's got so much sugar in it. It's gross. And there's butter. I'm going to make a cookie without sugar and butter, and that'll show them, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a different, complete mindset where you're like, if you think about it in the cookie analogy, you can see why the person number 2 fucked up, right? Because now you made a crappy cookie, and where maybe number 1 has made a cool cookie that people are into and totally want to eat. And I feel like that's the mentality you got to go in if you're gonna do stuff like, I'm gonna totally subvert a bunch of tropes or change this up in a genre. They've never seen this. It does have to come from a place of, oh, I really liked this, but maybe it would be better if it also had this, or if it just did stuff a little bit different because I love it so much.
If you want tacos, don't go eat cookies. That's really the bottom line, right? What you're craving is tacos, go have a taco. Don't go try to look to satisfy your craving with cookies.
I mean, my mouth is pretty suggestible. That's what she said.
I mean, unless you like both, right? Which is another thing that we were talking about, you know, being.
Yeah, you could like tacos and you could like hot dogs. It's okay.
Right? That's right. Yeah, it's allowed.
I wasn't even going there.
I love it. Genre fluid. Yeah, food. Now I'm hungry. It's fine. So we're just gonna keep doing food. Great
I could go
metaphors.
for a sausage.
Well, we are on Feral Ladies. Shami, is there a genre or a corner of the genre that you haven't written in yet that is like in the back of your head that you're like, ooh?
Oh, is there a genre I like and that I would write in? Is that what
Yeah.
you're asking?
Or yeah,
Or that you're contemplating that
Yeah.
you want to share.
I guess not really. The genres that I love are the ones I am writing in, and plus most people consider fantasy and sci-fi to be their own genres. They have tons and tons of subgenres in them, and sci-fi and fantasy are my genres. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the things that I like to read. I have read other genres, and while sometimes there's an amazing book in that genre where I could be like, wow, this was fun. It's not really the genre I gravitate towards. I'm not really a big fan of literary fiction. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh man, literary fiction. I just don't. I get so bored. That's so awful of me. But I'm just reading it and I'm like, oh god, man, there's like 800 more pages of this,
and no dragon.
Blow something up or something,
no
please.
cool armor.
I guess I've read a lot of horror or like military thriller, and I guess I haven't written a horror book or a military thriller book. I guess I just don't feel like I have anything to add to that. Or I think I'm just in a stage in my life in which I really like fun, like adventure, fun, beating the bad guy, that kind of thing. A lot of horror and a lot of thrillers. Sometimes, most of the time, the villain gets away with a lot of very evil. It's really tense. It's kind of not as fun, I guess, for me. I don't really want to read that right now. I'm an individual that I guess is prone to depression too, and I think if I had to write a book in which and then yet another child was murdered hideously, I'd be like, oh man, I'm not feeling this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, yeah.
That's fair.
So that's it.
That's fair. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Because
I was thinking
topic change.
Okay. Yeah. In that I was thinking like, I guess you're right. Like not big genres, but like corners. Like I really want to write a revenge story one day, or like not secretly. I think I've said it before. I really want to write a fun heist novel. It didn't work the last time I tried to do it, but like somewhere in my brain, I really want to write a fun heist. I love heist movies. I love heist books. I love like the camaraderie and the planning and the strategy. I think my brain is just.
Did you read the book, The Lies of
Locke Lamora? Yeah. That's so great. So I love a fun heist, but I love a fun sci-fi or fantasy heist. Like I mean, I will read about art heists because cool, but like let there be a dragon involved. Thank you. Anyway. But like the corners of the genre
so it's something super specific. I don't know if heist stories are a subgenre I would have like articulated, but
maybe not.
I guess one of the ones that I've wanted to do that I didn't do until very recently was the superhero genre.
Ooh,
so John and I recently finished the first book in our superhero story, and it's called A Superhero Called Doberman. That's the name of the story.
Yes.
And the main character is like a descendant of Anubis, or like cursed with the power of Anubis, so he can transform into like a jackal, basically like a were-jackal. But like all the idiots on the street, like the street thugs, think that he's a Doberman. Like they don't understand that he's a jackal. They think so they keep calling him Doberman. And so he just rolls with it eventually, where he's like, I guess my name's Doberman now, even though he's got this power of Anubis.
I love it.
So that's really fun. I love superheroes just in general. So it was a lot of fun to come up with a superhero world and superhero powers and the main hero and stuff like that. So I guess that's the subgenre where I hadn't written in it, but I just recently got to do it.
That's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can people get that?
Oh, it's well, I guess if everybody's listening to this in July, it should be coming out in just a couple days. And it comes out in all the formats, ebook, paperback, audio, everything's good to go. Whoa. So
that's awesome.
And we'll have
the links
here in the show notes.
And
how was it?
That cover is amazing. Was that Sam Kennedy?
It was Sam Kennedy. Yeah.
Oh,
We love
Sam.
Sam Kennedy on this channel.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kacey.
How was it writing with your husband? How was that?
Good.
Yeah.
Mostly what happened is that we talked about it a lot. I
Mhm.
wrote a pretty detailed outline of what the story should be and who the characters should be and the plot beats. John designed the lit RPG elements. He really likes designing numbers and number systems and game systems. And so he put that in there. He would write some stuff. I would go over it. I would edit it, or I would add things to write stuff until we had like a full blown novel.
Mhm.
So it was a lot of fun. Again, I just like superheroes, so I guess it's just in general, like I really liked it. One of the fun things that happened is that, so I guess it's a mild spoiler, but it's just fun. Main character gets invited to a villain poker game. Like he's hidden. Nobody knows that he's a hero. He's in the villain poker game. There's a bunch of fun villains. Like John clearly just had a great time just coming up, because in my outline and stuff, and I was like, we get to this chapter, that their villains are there, whatever. And he's like, okay. And then he made up a whole bunch of just fun villains with crazy powers. Like, just I can't wait for everybody to get to this part, because I'm just like, oh my god, there's a villain whose name is Bratty Ratty, and her like super villain powers, she can control rats, like which is a funny reference, because that, if you guys have ever read Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there's a guy named the Rat King, and that's like his powers. He can control rats. But so she's like a different social media influencer version of controlling rats. Just funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, just makes me laugh, just makes me LOL. So I'm into that. I don't think there is, I guess, a genre that I've loved that I haven't written in. I would have said superhero, but now that I've written superhero,
you've done it.
You've done it. Yeah. Well, good for you.
Yeah. Is that going to be a series? Is there going to be more of these?
Yeah. It'll at least have 3 books in it, and
that's awesome.
I'm excited.
I feel like I read a snippet of it. That was one of the ones that I was referring to when I was like, I don't want to spoil things, but since we're talking about it, I think John sent me like the first. It was like the opening at the time. I don't know. It's obviously gone through edits and stuff since then, so it might not bear a lot of resemblance to the final version. But what I read was amazing, and I was like, "Where is more of this?" Because I would like to read it with my eyeballs. And he was like, "Well, we're working on it." So I am super stoked that it's finally coming out. So I shouldn't say finally. You guys are pretty fast. Yeah, you're a pretty productive writer. You write, you produce fairly consistently. Any sort of like tips or like, I mean, be as high level as you want with this one, but like, how do you make that work for yourself with your life?
You mean writing?
I mean, writing consistently so that because it feels like you're putting out a new book every couple months.
Yeah. Most of the time they're done way ahead of time too, I guess. Like the Doberman one. I mean, we're recording this in March 1st, right? It's not even going to air until July, but it's done already. Like right now, it's done. Technically, if I wanted, I could just slap it on Amazon and done. The book that I have with Baen, it's releasing. That's true. Yeah, get Kacey's little blurb. There you go. But like the thing I have for Baen was done like last year. You know what I'm saying? It's not coming out until August. These are just completed novels already. Like so a lot of the times when you see like books coming out, it's just because I've planned them. Like this is done. We're gonna have this come out right before Lit RPG Con. Like that was the actual goal. Like, this is a Lit RPG book. It'll at least release right before Lit RPG Con. That way we can pimp it all during Lit RPG Con and talk to people and have copies and sell them, like that kind of thing. And obviously the one with Baen is coming out then, or the next month. So I don't plan anything for August because I'm going to be talking about that book or doing stuff with that book. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing. I guess for writing, I do a lot of my writing at night. So I usually stay up really, really late and then I just write that entire time. At night, obviously most people are asleep. not a lot is happening. So it's really distraction free where I can just sit down and do my work.
Smart.
I do a lot of stuff to write faster or to encourage myself to write faster so that I can get past writer's block, because it's a little easier to write something and then come back and then edit it and then change it to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll like set a 15-minute timer and I'll just write for 15 minutes, no doing anything else. Sorry.
Agreed. No.
Okay. Then I'll stop the timer and then see how many words I've written. So it's like 700 words or whatever. And then I'll take a break, do my social medias or play a game, then come back and another 15 minutes and then try to beat my own record. So if I did 700 words before, now I just need to do 701 at least. And then encourage myself to do that. And if you can write 700 words in 15 minutes, even 2 times, that's 1,400 words in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do an hour worth of that, you're close to 3,000 words. Like, and that was just an hour's worth of work, mind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I already have 3,000 words in an hour's worth of work. And maybe now the next hour I can take and then like reread it, right? And then just change a little bit. But even then, that's probably way too long. It's more like 30 minutes to reread like a chapter and then change it. But and then let's pretend I do that for 4 or 6 hours, right? Like, so I've gotten multiple chapters done that day, and then I can stop and do something else. That's how I like to think about it and do it, and that's why I can write so quickly. Is that
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
You've gamified it. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. We've been talking a little bit on this channel about things like, how do you get through writer's block? How do you push through resistance and stuff? Mostly my fault because I've been very interested in this topic because I just launched a whole course about it and everything.
I find it super boring. I actually hate talking about it.
I promise I'm not steering the direction just to make this an opportunity to pimp my course, but my course is very good and you should all take it if you're interested.
There you go.
But it's so but this is the first time we've actually talked about like specifically gamifying the process because like I've used basically the same sort of writing sprint structure where it's like, okay, for this 25-minute block of time, I'm not doing anything but writing and I'm just writing and I'm trying not to self-edit, right? I'm just going to get it down on the page. And then I take a break and then, come back and do more of those. And I do find that useful to be able to say, okay, well, I mean, my total usually isn't 700 words per 15 minutes. I'm a little smaller because as much as I try, I can't help but self-edit. So I feel like every single time I try to write a sentence, it's like type the sentence, backspace halfway through, type the sentence, backspace halfway through that. You know what I mean? Like it goes through like 4 or 5 iterations just before the sentence is on the page. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, for me, being able to say, okay, for this chunk of time, I know, I'll get roughly 500 words, and then kind of doing that math and saying, okay, so today, my goal today is at some point over the course of the day is to do 4 sprints. That's going to get me, 2,000 words for the day or whatever. And then, so I've done that too, but I haven't ever tried the whole like gamification of, okay, well, my previous record was 500. Let me see if I can get 502 words, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. And it doesn't surprise me because the very first thing out of your mouth when I was like, how do you do what you do? You're like, well, I play video games.
Leveling up. I love it.
Leveling up. That's right.
The key to life, video games.
I mean, now we know. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been reading more lit RPG lately, so I am like looking at everything through like
it's
game
lens.
It's
a good subgenre.
It is.
Yeah,
it's super fun. It's super fun.
Yeah, I have said it before, and I will say it again right now. I genuinely think that lit RPG is the future of genre fiction. So yeah.
Which doesn't mean replacing everything. It just means like dominating the conversation.
Growing quickly in that direction. Yeah.
It's super fun. Like it's super fun. So I love video games, but I have not regularly played video games in a while because I get very obsessive. Like I will play an entire game of whatever new Zelda release in like 18 hours because I don't go to sleep, right? So like I'm like, I will just play through this whole game and then go play all the side quests. And then maybe I should sleep for 2 hours. Okay, gotta go back. I gotta ride my horse through the fields. So once I started writing in addition to working full time, I was like, oh, okay, something's gotta go. It's not reading, so I guess it's video games because it's like obsessions. So I have not gotten back into it. But do you have a preference of like the like storytelling video games, the like task oriented video? Are you pan genre when it comes to video games too?
Yeah, I guess my favorite genre is RPG, which is more story focused, like pretty story heavy. I think tactical RPG is probably my favorite in the subgenre of RPG.
Nice.
Layers.
I super duper love things like Fire Emblem or Disgaea or Final Fantasy Tactics, all those types of games. I do also like, I play lots and lots of games. I do like Zelda. Zelda is not really an RPG, I guess. I know some people classify it as that, but it always feels more like an adventure puzzler.
Yeah.
But I've played all the Zeldas. I've also played things like the Cozy Farm Sims. I like Stardew Valley. I like Harvest Moon. I mean, I guess now it's Story of Seasons, but whatever. It's still Harvest Moon. I also really love action, like adventure style games. I'm going to get the new Resident Evil that had just recently came out, but I told myself I wasn't going to play it until I was done with Doberman because I too can get a little bit obsessed and I didn't want it to get into the way of my writing. So I can only reward myself with games after. And it's a little sad because we're recording this on March 1st, but on March 5th, Pokopia comes out, which is a Pokemon sub game that's like Minecraft. So like a Pokemon Minecraft. So I got to get Pokopia. You know, I also love any game in which you raise or fight monsters. I also play hardcore. I can't stop playing those. I also have played a ton of puzzlers. I used to play horror games constantly. That was just an entire time in my life in which I read horror books, watched horror movies, played horror games. Now I'm just jaded and like dead inside. Like I played so many of those and read so many of those types of things that I just don't feel anything anymore when I'm seeing them. Like I could be playing these types of games and people will be freaking out next to me, pooping their pants, and I'm just like, it's gonna come out of the vent. Like it's fine, I'm prepared. Played these before, like, come on, man, you played Dead Space. Every vent's got a fucking monster in it. Like, of course, it's gonna come out of the fucking vent. Like just that kind of attitude to this. Yeah. I feel like if you actually read a lot of my books, you'll see what I feel like is a hallmark of some sort of horror thing. I like things like body horror. I like things like eldritch horror or like cosmic horror. Yeah. And so a ton of my books just casually have things like, and then there's just a body horror monster. Or maybe this is all just the dream of a cosmic horror entity. You never know. You know, like
anything. Yeah.
You're absolutely right in that, though. I have noticed that, especially like, and that's one of the things that I loved so much about the Words of Power trilogy, or not trilogy, series, is the horror elements, you know, like
just casual horror elements.
Yeah.
Just in passing. It's really the horror genre because I'm not really playing off it. It's just some horrific ass monsters here, and I'm like, it's fine. But I'm jaded. Like,
but it's still such a heroic story, right? Like that's my favorite thing about that series, honestly, is your protagonist has the power to basically, spoilers, everybody, for this, but you know, this is like the first thing that happens in the book. He gets the power to basically suck the life force out of other things and use that life force to make himself more powerful. And it's like, oh, that's some awesome, like high level arch villain, you know, origin story stuff. And this guy is just such a good guy.
Yes,
he's a hero, you know, and that's bringing it back to the subversion of tropes. That's what I love so much about that series, is that like there's this underlying theme of, if you're a good person, that's going to carry through in your actions. If you choose to do things for the right reasons, that's going to carry through in the effects of what you do. And I see that also in your time marked Warlock series, right? Where it's like your intentions matter. You know, what you're trying to do matters. If you're coming at things from a place of love, that matters versus a place of, you know, whatever else, destruction. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I feel like if people just read my stuff, they would start to see like this theme. Like, wow, Shami, you seem to really like horrific body horror style monsters. Why would you do that? And I'm like, I do. Yeah, I'm saying, like, yeah. And it's because I used to like be thoroughly into that genre. But again, I feel like I'm jaded. I also don't like how horror ends. I know you guys probably aren't like neck deep into horror stuff, but it's very common, just like in romance, how you have a happily ever after. It's very common in the horror genre for, even if they win, there's a hint of they didn't really win at all.
Yeah.
Me for that.
Yeah, Goosebumps does that a lot, where they won, but did they really? Lots of, you know, especially horror movies, horror games, horror books. That's the ending. The ending is like, we did it, you guys. We beat Freddy Krueger, and
you know, goes like,
but then as they drive off into the sunset, there's somebody like waving to them, and then Freddy Krueger jumps out and grabs him and kills them, and you're like, oh, I guess they didn't kill Freddy Krueger. You know,
that
thing. Did you ever watch the movie Krampus? Okay. It's like a Christmas horror movie. It's one of the horror movies that I like legitimately really, really love. Just great production value, just fun. It's a fun horror movie, but it also has we defeated Krampus. Don't worry, guys, we did it. We got that evil monster, and then the camera pans out, and they're actually trapped in a snow globe, and Krampus has gotten them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, every horror movie ever does that, where it's just like, oh, you thought they won, but they didn't. And I hate that. Like, personally, not my favorite. That's why I don't write in the horror genre. I'm not some douchebag who's like, I'm going to go write horror better and I'm going to make it a happy ever after. Like, no. I'm just like, I understand that I hate this fundamental pillar of the genre. And so I can't write the genre because
I will go enjoy it, but I will not be producing.
Yeah, because I'm not going to do it correctly because I know that this is a fundamental pillar. I know every story it ends like this, but I don't like that. So I probably shouldn't write the genre.
You're not going to try to make taco flavored cookies.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. It's just, I can't. It's the same with romance. I've read romance books where I've had a good time, but if I wrote romance, I'm gonna fuck it up because I don't like some fundamental pillars of romance. So I'm like, no, I can't do it, you guys. If I do it, I'm gonna fuck it up, and everybody's gonna be very angry because I'm not doing it correctly.
Well, speaking of things you didn't fuck up, because we are somehow 52 minutes in, you've mentioned it in passing a few times. Do you want to tell us about your book coming out from Baen in just a few weeks from this episode?
1/5 Dragon is like a John Wick meets high fantasy style book. So I love John Wick style stories, like in general, like where somebody like the Punisher, that's the superhero version of it, right? Where guy is wronged and now he's gonna kill everybody who wronged him. Like that's very, very fun.
I'll kill all of you.
Yeah. The premise in this story is that guy is a little kid, his family is killed. And to make this easier to understand, because there's, you know, it's Japanese themed and whatnot. Let's just say he's a part of Clan A, and Clan C has killed his family, and so he's like, I hate Clan C with a tiny passion. Fuck those guys. And Clan B is like, hey, we'll take you in, we'll raise you as our family, we'll train you to be the bestest killer that's ever killed anything. And we'll help you get revenge on Clan C. And he's like, that sounds great. So he is raised by Clan B, thinks Clan B is great. They're high-fiving. They teach him all the ways to kill things. He's the bestest killer you've ever seen. He's murdering Clan C like nobody's business. Amazing. And then, again, this is a mild spoiler, but it's pretty early in the story. It turns out Clan C didn't kill his family. It was Clan B.
Dun, dun, dun.
oh no,
Yep.
Clan B's betrayed him this whole time, like, and
Oh,
so
motherfuckers.
yeah, now he's got to get revenge on Clan B because they not only told him incorrectly and he's been killing all these innocent people that, they've been using him like a tool in their own war, and now he's got to get these guys. And that's fun, like, at least to me, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah,
For our
fuck
characters,
Clan B.
but yeah.
Like, we're gonna get those guys.
Hell yeah.
And so I like that kind of righteous vengeance.
Yeah.
It's very fun. It's always really cool to see like the lone guy take on like an entire organization. That's why I keep saying John Wick as opposed to some other stuff, is because he turns against Clan B, but Clan B was a support system. So now when he turns against them, he doesn't have anybody. Like, he can't go to Clan C. He's been murdering Clan C this whole time.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So he's got to do it himself, basically. And so that's just fun. It's fantasy. All of the clans are basically descended from a magical creature, and so they have different powers based on that. Clan C, for instance, like worships the Pegasus and has like Pegasus powers, and Clan B is the Baka Kujira, which is why I wasn't saying this a whole bunch, because I assume a bunch of people would be like, what the fuck's that, Shami? But it's a lich whale, so Clan B is the lich whale clan. And the main character, his family was originally from the Red Dragon, so he's like, so this is all fun, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this is I at least hope everybody has fun. Again, I feel like I'm just a merchant of entertainment. It's just there to be entertaining. Like, this is for all those people that are like, man, I really love The Punisher and John Wick, and any sort of lone man gets cool revenge on people.
Yes.
So,
sign me up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that sounds
and the
amazing.
cover is
can't wait.
gorgeous. So we'll, if we don't have it here, we will have the link for sure. So check it out, friends, because you can't go wrong. Yeah.
And you've got extra art too for it, don't you?
Oh yeah. I got I know a bunch of artists, and I asked him if he could do me like black and white stuff, because that's usually a lot cheaper than getting the full colored art. And I asked him to do a couple pieces, and so he did a couple pieces for the main guy and for some other people in there. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but he did like character art, and we got like an interior map and all this other kind of stuff. And so it's cool.
So
I
Very cool.
hope people pick it up and they like all the little extras and whatnot.
Yeah. No, that's
I love
awesome.
it.
I'm
That's-
so excited for it.
That's so awesome.
I can't wait.
Man. Okay, so 50. Jesus, I never know how time works. It's like 1 second at a time, but every time I'm surprised. So here we are at the end of the show, but people want more Shami in their life, as they should. Where can they respectfully and consensually? It can be casual if they want, I don't know, but respectfully, consensually, continue to find you in the world or on the internet streets?
I tried to have social media whenever there is social media. I must admit, there's so many social media sites now that a lot of them, I forget they exist. I think earlier in this podcast you mentioned Threads, and I'd forgotten Threads existed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not on it. Yeah, I don't.
I should post more often on there. I try so fucking hard to post on all these things. I try to post, but I just forget. I forget they exist. But I'm on all of them. I think I'm primarily on TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter, and some Instagram. And again, I try to all these other ones. If you search for my name, as long as you type in Shami Stovall, you're going to get all of my books. If you just type in Shami, you're going to get some soccer player from the Middle East, because my name is actually a Middle Eastern dude's name. So it's just unfortunate, I guess. But
it's easy to find you if you.
You can find my books on basically anywhere that books are sold, including library systems and other stuff like that. Lots of my books are in these places. So
we love libraries.
Yeah. There you go. You can find me anywhere.
Nice. And are you going to any cons after July of this year? 27.
Oh, okay.
26,
well,
26.
This is LitRPG Con is coming up. If this is coming out, in the first week of July, I'll be at LitRPG Con. I'll be at Dragon Con. I'll be at PCon. So I'll be at all those cons. It'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And some of those are like featured guest fancy pants. Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, what does
Yeah.
that even mean?
Being fancy.
Yeah.
Just Shami out there being fancy. It means more panels, I think.
It means busy.
More
Yeah,
theaters.
you're gonna
Yeah,
be
it just means
busy.
I'll be busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But-
Awesome. So people, you can find her on the internet streets. You can find her books on and off the internet streets, and you can find her at cons. Go to these. All 3 of those cons are amazing. So definitely
Yeah.
go to those.
For sure.
Ladies, Melissa, Kacey, do you want to highlight anything for the last 6 months of the year?
Sure.
So,
Go ahead, Melissa.
Tempered by Fire will be out like in a day or 2 from like we air this. This is the sequel to Rise from Ruin. I'm so excited.
It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing.
So excited.
It is amazing. It's
I'm very,
super
very-
good.
Yeah, almost a week. So close.
Whew.
So close. Yes.
So cool. Expect me to be shrieking in the comments, y'all, when we actually air this, because holy crap. The only con, though, that I currently have scheduled for the rest of the year is probably just Dragon Con. I'm not sure the dates. I think Imaginarium is in July, so I may go there because Rise from Ruin is Imagine Award finalist. So.
Yay!
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Okay, cool.
That's super awesome.
Casey, I think you've got a finalist as well.
I do. So Shadow Card Guardian, which I wrote in Shami Stovall's husband's world of Demon Card Enforcer. It's a spinoff of Demon Card Enforcer. Is a Imagine finalist for best audio book narration. So congrats
Anna
to
Delphine.
to my incredible narrator Anna Delphine, who's been here on the show. So you can go find her. She was in the audiobook narrator episode. So if you want to check that out, you should do that. She's really, really good. And so excited about that for her. As for cons, as of the time of recording this, I am planning on being at LibertyCon and DragonCon for sure.
Yes.
LibertyCon will have already happened. So
Correct.
Yeah.
that probably happened
Mhm.
as of the time of recording this.
I'll
I
see you
don't
at
know.
LibertyCon. I'll be there too.
Yeah. We're very
Yeah,
excited. Yes.
That's right.
That's
but
like
yes, things can change.
Yeah,
This
for
art's also already came out.
Yay!
Not as of recording, but as of release, as of the
Mhm.
time you're watching this. This book is out in the wild, available in hardcover and ebook. I don't have any audiobook news as of right now. Hopefully I will have some in the comments right now. So go look over there where the comments are and see if there's audiobook news. But this is book 2 in the Mage Light series. And if you haven't bought it, you should do so because it's fun and great. And I like money. So thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate you enabling my money habit.
There we are. There we are. In the comments, we have probably also, because this will be like the week after LibertyCon, this comes out. So you will probably hear us all squealing and or being very chill and not squealing at all in the chat about having just seen each other at LibertyCon the week before.
Yeah.
And or there'll be me like typing with 2 fingers because I'm sick as fucking always. But still rallying to be here, hopefully. And if not, like dang, July, Marisa, get it together. Anyway, this year, come see us at DragonCon. We'll all be at DragonCon, which is very exciting. I don't have any other exciting news to share for 26, a shit ton for 27, but that is a later Marisa problem or joy to tell you about. So join us here on this channel several times a month. If you have not, you're here. It's been a little over an hour. You're still here with us. So go ahead and click the thumbs up that you enjoyed yourself. The algorithm likes the thumbs up. And go follow Shami. Go buy all her books. My Kindle is groaning with all of my new purchases, but I don't care. So it will continue. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please join us because you're cool enough to be here. So join us all the time. YouTube will do the work and tell you when we're doing episodes, just in case we forget to do that. And if you have cool friends, tell them to come hang out with us.
Just your cool ones, though.
Yeah.
Not your jerk
not
friends.
the lame ones.
Yeah. We don't want the jerks.
We only want the cool friends. So
Yeah.
we know you have them. Bring them along.
Yeah. The ones who enjoy doing things with love and sometimes spite, but not being
Joyful
jerky,
spite.
elitist.
Yeah.
Yeah, joyful spite, not like I'm too smart for this shit. We don't want those people because we're all very smart and we don't need those kinds of assholes. So join us in the chronicles of being less assholey. I don't know. There is a sum up that I am not yet ready for. Any final thoughts before I hit the button 1, 2, 17 times?
I want
No, thank you, Shami, for joining us. It's always so much fun. to
Thank
hang
you
out
for
with
having me, guys. You guys are great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're great. But next time you come on, please practice that accent. Thank you so much.
I'll try.
No.
It's gonna be bad though. Just FYI.
I try so hard. Like Kacey has sent me several videos of it, and like I try so hard, and my voice is just like, no, you're gonna get shitty Boston accent. That's what you get. That is as close. It's like bad Kennedy accent, but it's fine. I do it, and I will now hit the button. Okay, mwah, mwah, mwah. Goodbye. Thank you all for joining us.
Bye.